everything because they have their personality. I mean, they're so loving and they're so kind, and they bring the stress level down at school too with the teachers, and people remember you because of your dog, you know, and it always brings a smile to everybody's face. And on top of it, they're so well trained and so well behaved and so dutiful, I think is the word I want to use. They haven't lost their ability to play, but they are very serious about their work. All of mine have been. And so they're an absolute joy to have. And I definitely have said over the years, I would have never lived as independently or worked as independently had it not been for my dogs, hands down, no question.
What do you want people to learn about you and the energy of life after they've read your book?
I think I work more from the inside out. I talk about that in my book, about being able to work life from the inside out instead of everything coming at me going, oh no, oh no, oh no, and then not knowing where I'm going to go with any of it, and certainly not thinking it's going to be a good outcome because I've had so many experiences early, especially with my body, that things were pretty disastrous, I think is a good word to use, as far as things gone wrong medically. So logic wasn't going to take me through life. Logic could have taken me through life. I'm very logical. But one of the benefits, I think, of having to go from the inside and work with that energy of grace that I call in the book that carries life, and work with it as not just an idea in my head, but I mean, now it's to the point where I actually feel shifts in my own field, if I could say that, of energy as I'm talking, and what I call my energy wishes that come in as an affirmative yes as I'm asking questions, or my heart will just open and I'll feel this powerful presence and get insight that all of a sudden I haven't had before, that's right on for myself or someone else. So it was really obvious to me that that was really strong, that I could not waver on going into any negativity with my thought, because the outcomes were not good for me, whether it was related for my body or anything else. So that was probably early work in affirmations. I didn't know back then that that was affirmations, but that's exactly what that was. I was constantly focusing on what I wanted versus what I don't want, even down to getting the food up to my mouth and not having the peas fall off the fork. I mean, literally, focusing on having them stay on as I'm trying to get my hand up. I still use that now. I mean, it's so interwoven into who I am that it's hard to think separately from that anymore.
What have you learned about working with the energy of life and miraculous outcomes?
The last surgery was a huge surgery for me I needed to have done. The likelihood of me having to be on some kind of respiratory breathing machine afterwards, because my breathing is so weak, and certainly at night my breathing is very, very shallow, and I have apnea too. So all of those things, to know that, but know very clearly that I wanted to, I needed to have the surgery, I needed to have a hysterectomy, there was no question. And so working all the energies from the inside out to have not only me be able to get through the surgery, but come right off the respirator immediately. And then even coming off the respirator, and I'm so in tune to using that energy to work with me. I remember waking up, and I had forgotten that when you wake up after anesthesia, your lungs are not clear, and I have a very unproductive cough. So it was that wake up and remember as if I was 11 when I had the last huge surgery of, oh no, I can't cough it up. And so I come out of anesthesia and immediately start asking to, help me get it out, help me get it out, help me get it out, and directing it as I was coughing, the direction that I needed that air to go and to take out anything that was in there. And within about 4 minutes, I had one cough, and one cough that was not enough really to do anything, but it completely cleared everything in my lungs. Everything. And I didn't have 1 ounce of difficulty after that with anything in my lungs, so that all of my focus could go to being able to repair my body. And I mean, things like that over and over again. to me are truly miraculous. I mean, it's very clear that I didn't do that by myself. And I needed it badly, and I was completely open for it. And I'd had so much practice up to that point. I always say it's a well-beaten path. I have worked on it and worked on it and worked on it, and it isn't that grace energy isn't flowing around us all the time. But there's something about when we really need it the most, we get so bogged down and fearful. It's like we jam up the airways, and it's harder to come through. It's not that it isn't there. So it's a matter of, I think I've learned over the years effectively, and the support that I've had with Christy Piper, Patricia White Buffalo, Jan Labate, the people that have helped, that I write about in the book, to really be the support to help me with that metaphysical learning and application, even down to breathing at night now, is huge. And that is what has caused many, many miraculous results, so that I can be 51 years old and still swallowing and eating real food and breathing at night and still having some movement and feeling the best, the healthiest and the most peaceful and the most content that I have ever felt in my life. I want them to be really open to the realm of, we've heard many times people talk about the realm of infinite possibility. When you go into quantum physics, it's very popular right now. And I can honestly say from concrete experience in my own body and in my own life, examples over and over again, that if this kind of improvement in my body or my life or my ability to be here in a peaceful, calm way and be able to help others, what's possible for you or anyone? Because we always lowball, or we think that something isn't going to happen, and we cut ourselves off really quickly and don't even realize we're doing it. And even if we have a belief that there is something greater than us, we think it's so far away it couldn't possibly, it's kind of there, but not where you buddy up and go. And I feel like in my life I've worked a lot on having to go inward, because that was the only way I could find solutions that would bring me relief, because everything was so dead-ended and can still be if I don't really work on going with opening things, participating in the expansion of something before I move into it. To feel a flow before I move into it. And then to let go, which is the other piece. You get really good at it. You figure out that you can't, if it's really big, don't control any of it. And the more that you can calm yourself and let things go, life tends to shake itself out to your benefit. So I would hope anybody reading the book, this isn't not a book just about if you have a disability, this would help you. This is about, we all have our stuff and the things that we came into life that feel restrictive or limited or dead-ended, that need to open up for us to be able to be the most that we can be here. And to really, honestly, to be able to take care of yourself in such a good way that it then spills out to everybody else. So I would like people to know that there's so much more than what they see with their physical eyes that's going on every second of the day to help support you and support everyone to create a more healthy, peaceful, I would say joy-filled life. And so I hope it inspires people to take a look at their own life and be able to, first of all, be really appreciative for what they do have, and then go from there and be able to elicit and hold out for good, no matter what. You don't even have to always know what that outcome is going to be, but that there is a good outcome. And then the rest gets worked for you in a really magnificent way.
Hello again, Jeannie here. If you'd like more information, visit www.leannelaraway.com. Books are available online through Amazon and Barnes & Noble. A portion of the book's proceeds are donated directly to Canine Companions for Independence. Well, I think that's about it.